welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, we're set for what should be a great matchup. It's the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. One game to decide it all, and it looks a lot like last year's game. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. The Chiefs and the Eagles, Greg, back at it this time in Santa Clara. 364 days ago, it was New Orleans. The Eagles came out on top, and now the Chiefs try to turn the tables on Philly.
Yeah, and you have to think back to last year's game, like just the slow start that Kansas City got off to. You let a team like Philadelphia play with the lead, play from out front with that run game and that defense. That's going to be a tall task. So the key going in, everything that Andy Reid has talked about all week, get off to a fast start, come out, attack, and try to keep this thing even a lot longer than they did last year.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down, Chiefs.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they finally take him down, but not before he gets to the Eagles' 26-yard line. Another big play and another first down. 26 on that one.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run McKinnon, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The field goal unit out here for the Chiefs. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Crazy. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
At the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Hurts will try to set up the screen here to Swift. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On the option, it's Swift.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one brought in by James. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. Bell is the man in motion. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's complete there to James. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Right back to the air for Mahomes. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. 1st down, KC.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. First and 10 now from the 36. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He keeps it himself. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still first down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Mahomes back. Into the hands of Valdez-Scantling. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Here's Mahomes. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. And the Chiefs have a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
It's a pickup of 3.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 7-3 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. He'll get that one to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
3-yard pickup.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. That one swung out wide to Pacheco. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd down 5 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Chiefs 1st down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got it inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Mahomes now to throw again. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, KC.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
6-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Hurts to the air on first down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Third, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this one up to the 28-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, KC. Now a give to Pacheco, running right. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That one brought in by James. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That is caught. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Butker now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will get out in front 17-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Come across the field on target to Brown. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 11 yards for number 11 and a 1st down. First and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Philadelphia.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. It is 2nd and 6. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Touchdown, Philadelphia. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. He had all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Eagles 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They put Kelsey in motion. There's that man again. Another catch.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. But you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Side, it's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And At this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on downs. The Eagles offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Off he goes. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Nick Sirianni now going to send out the field goal unit. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles have tied it at 17.
And barring something dramatic here happening, that field goal should take us into the break all tied up. So this one obviously could go either way. I'm really excited to see, Mike, which team comes out of the halftime break, make some adjustments on both sides of the ball to try to give themselves the edge.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes back. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. Begin the drive on the ground with Penny. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, it's Swift. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Swift. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. On the ground, it's McKinnon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. Here's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. 14 on the pickup, and the Chiefs have a first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Now, fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. A run here with Swift. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Look wide, get this one complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
He's got this complete. That's Smith. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. A big play here in the big game. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's
a second effort, and he is in. C.J. Stroud, touchdown, Eagles.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will go up by 7.
Chiefs 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's James. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First down, Kansas City.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Open man right side is Kelsey. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now, Mahomes. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. Open is Kraft. He's got it. He's to the 15. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 61 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Brings up second and goal.
Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs will tie this game at 24.
That ties the game 24-24.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. Yeah! He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll find the open man. That's Watkins. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On play action, Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Give up the middle with Swift. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. 3 on the ground? That, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will go up by 7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their running back set to go once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the fourth from Santa Clara after this. Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Mahomes going to keep it on a designed run. Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. There's that man again, another catch. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
First down throw, Mahomes. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Chiefs first down. Throwing is Mahomes. That one brought in by James. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Mahomes now to throw again. He's got it at about the 8. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's Pacheco. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. One more time with Pacheco. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Now, still down 1, here is an utterly critical extra point attempt. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here's Smith to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with 1st down. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run. This is Penny. Has an opening. Past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's in! C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will go up by 7.
Eagles 38, Chiefs 31.
Solo 3 puntos, muchachos.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, KC.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Mahomes back. That's over the middle and taken in by Tony. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 yards through the air. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
One down the field, but it is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Quick throw, pulled in by Tony. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Second down, goal to go. They'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, KC. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Now, still down one, here is an utterly critical extra point attempt. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get that to Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 33 yards.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A run with Swift. The ball comes out. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10. Swift. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's second down. That's quickly out to Smith. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, third down. Here's Swift. And the Eagles are going to be set up first and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come fourth down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up first and goal.
Now, first and goal. Hurts. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This is going to go down as one of the great finishes in Super Bowl history, Mike, and I understand it's not quite done yet, but what a sequence here. Shades of that 49ers versus Cincinnati in Super Bowl 23, Steelers-Cardinals Super Bowl 43, a touchdown late in the game. That could end up just sealing the deal.
Chiefs, 38.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll come up for first and 10. Now Mahomes. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
One last shot now for Mahomes. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. And there it is, done it again. For a second straight year, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike,